but it's really cool because every 6 hours it goes out, and it's amazing. And what it doesn't have my website, and I'm not asking them to buy anything, but it's great health tips, inspirational things, and it's something besides me saying, I'm selling Plexus, would you understand? Sometimes that's a little irritating to people, and I get lots of likes on those. It's
I get a lot.
So that's something that is available to us through Plexus Builder to go and set that up. Does anybody else use Plexus Builder for something besides that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said that you get that. You do that too, yes. Yeah.
What about the lead capture, Tammy?
The lead capture. Okay, so that is really good. If someone goes to your website, the lead capture, you can turn that on, and what that's going to do is going to cause them to have to enter some personal information so that you know that they went to your website. So that's a personal preference on your part as to if you want that. If you want to know who's going to your website and looking, then your lead capture needs to be on. My lead capture is turned off. It's just the kind of person I am. If I went and I'm on the computer and I go somewhere and they ask me to put information in, it's like, no, I put it out. That's just the way I am. I'm always afraid they're going to bombard me, or I just don't have a good feeling about it. And some places are really, it's good to do that, but personally, that's the way I am. So I have my lead capture turned off so people can come and go to my back office as they please and view what we have. Now some people like that and it works for them. So what's best for you? I don't know, and you have to decide that, but I told you why I have mine off, is I'm afraid that I would have lost customers whenever they went there and they saw they had to put their information in. You know, there's so much going on these days whenever you have to do that. So I have mine off, so that is your choice though, but it's probably great information for the people who do. You know, somebody went to your website and visited. So you'll have to choose that. Do you have yours on?
Personal preference. No.
This may be a little off the subject,
No,
but
go
I
ahead.
need to ask.
Sure.
On my daughter's page, you type in her info and it takes you straight to my Plexus Builder, not to where.
That's a situation that needs to be fixed.
Yes, ma'am.
Because, and I have had that happen to ambassadors that I've signed up, and somebody might have better information than me. I called Plexus and we got that figured, that straightened out immediately because that's not what we want.
She's called, she's emailed,
What?
she's checked, she's.
What we discovered the other night, okay, if this is what they're telling us now, I don't know if this, we've worked with it, and we'll see if this works. They have recently, and they didn't say when, they have reset it to, if you'll see right here, it says Chris Benson, My Plexus Products, okay? They say instead of our URL, which we can still use the www, our name, /, they say when we call the Plexus Builder that runs this site, we can put in Chris Benson, myplexusproducts.com, and it will go straight to it.
Okay.
They said that's the safest way to always get it.
But not to put the www in, is that what you're saying?
No, and you don't put the HTTP in there either. Sometimes what happens is we discovered that the browser that's being chosen
Whatever.
will
browser's
not
on.
recognize that URL. It changes it to something else. We were talking about this a couple of days ago.
And everybody's got different browsers on their computer, and it just depends on which one it is. Some change the,
But will
Verbiage.
it work all the time if you do like Hannah Benson, not my Plexus?
yeah, and that's all you've got to type in, Hannah Benson at myplexusproducts.com.
And to me, really,
No, it's not at.
Hannah Benson dot.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Dot my Plexus.
dot myplexus.
Are you good with that now? So go home and try that, and if it doesn't work, then you
And where does that take you?
it takes you right straight to your website for your people to order. To me, I am a little bit more comfortable with this because I've had, and I don't know if you have, had those issues that my first customer I got, which was the wrong person. You know, it right off the bat, and I thought, oh Lord. But anyways, this I feel a little bit more comfortable with because my name is right up front. And when you start typing your name, then automatically stuff starts coming up at the bottom. You know,
Okay,
so
so I missed the question, I'm sorry. the, when a customer's going to your website?
Yes.
So, like my website is just like plexusstem.com, my name.
So when you post a testimony on Facebook now, use this.
But I need to go in this Plexus builder thing and put that in
No,
there.
no, they changed it for you. It's already there.
Or
That is,
if you haven't got business cards printed yet, do it like this.
but I guess I think
If we
it's,
have them printed already that way.
It should still work, honestly, but you
Mine
might
works.
check it yourself, just to see, and if it
Mine
doesn't,
works.
call Plexus.
And so that is a really good point he just made. When you sign somebody up, immediately go and check and make sure that it's going to the right place. And if somebody wants to go to their back office, they can get there. Because your people, the first day, they really don't know.
Yeah, well, that's
You know?
that's what we're going over, because I didn't.
they said also that you do not have to put the www, if you choose to go the other way, you do not have to put the
But if you go
www.
the old way, you do have to.
Well,
No.
most people, if it doesn't say www,
In the
they don't
very
think it's a
beginning, Jenny
website.
told, it sent
The
me a
three W's
message.
makes people think it's an actual website.
In the very beginning, Jenny told me, he said, put your www at the beginning, because sometimes it will not go there without it. And I've had that happen to me, that I didn't put the www in, and it didn't go there, but if I did, it did go
See,
there.
I've never used it because the www screwed everything.
Well, because what
I'm sure it's ever
It's
system
probably what
operating.
confused
Because of your browser.
It's
Yeah.
because of your browser. If you're, and I've noticed, and I don't know, that Bing, a lot of people that are using the Bing, it's switching it. It's not recognizing it. And that's just from my personal experience.
Talk about that next.
So,
Any other comments or questions on that?
My daughter is having a terrible time with her customers getting through to customer service. And one good customer almost decided not to go and ask her because of that.
That's just a common thing, okay, that is happening. I've had pretty good luck this week. I don't know about anybody else, but we want to do the very best we can. We do have a situation with customer service. The situation is phenomenal growth, more than any company in the United States. You are sitting here and you are a member of a company that is growing faster than any other company of this kind. So do we have a little problem getting people trained in customer service? We do. And is it frustrating? Yes. I mean, I'm just going to be real with you. Whenever my phone's blowing up, it's real. And I get frustrated too. But it's of all the problems we could have, at least we're growing. I'm not going to, our products are still good. And so it is true that we have a little situation. They are aware, we're aware, and we're sure talking to them about it.
And so I think, go ahead, what were you gonna say?
if there is something, if it's a generic question, and even that you don't know from your customers, then email one of us. If we can't figure it out, Dana, she's amazing. Kelly's amazing, because right now we can say they're at home, we're not, and they usually should try to get right on it.
And Dana actually saved us from losing that customer. What Melanie told me that, and I sent all that information to Dana. She went straight through because she gets to call a hotline or a number that we don't get to because she's Emerald. And but I believe there is a problem with customer service, and I don't like it. And I'll be honest with you, I know y'all don't either. So if you have a problem, and you can't get it worked out, go to your Emerald, your first Emerald.
Or even if we're not sure, call. I mean, we'll get the answer.
Try. Do you know customer services number? Do you know Plexus? In my phone, Plexus is one of my contacts. And so when somebody calls me and asks me, I send them that number. I send them the email, the website, because I want them to have it. Y'all need to have it. But if something that you couldn't get handled, then we do want to help you.
I've had better luck with the email.
I got it, I got it memorized. 480, customer service number, 480-998-3490.
Chris,
Say it again, Renee.
480-998-3490.
And you can also email them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can email the customer service also. So try to handle it. Try. And we're sure hoping it's going to get better. But if you don't get results, then we do want to help you, because we don't want anybody to lose a customer.
When you email them, they send you back a confirmation that they have received your email, and they give you a number that is attached to that email. And in my situation, they've always gotten me right back. So,
And so that's always encouraging to hear
yeah,
that.
you can't get through on the telephone.
But please keep in mind though that they're growing so fast, just have a little patience. You know, if somebody's rude to you or something like that, that's a different story, but if they're doing the best they can.
More stupid than I am.
Huh?
That's what I'm running into.
Yeah.
If
Well,
they're
and you
working
might
there and they're
just
more
get that
stupid than I am,
point.
they're in trouble.
You might have gotten a hold of somebody that's
Brand
in their
new.
training.
You know?
It
I
takes,
think it was about 16.
Tammy and I were at, and you'll learn later, we were at home, at the office, and they said it took 5 to 6 weeks, and my quota right completely.
Since you told me that, I'm trying to remember.
And then they have 2 more weeks that they set, somebody sets beside them. So it's, you can imagine how long it's taken us to learn this stuff. But
There's
they
lots on
have
here
to
that
be
needs to be
correct.
talked about.
Okay, so, and it is very frustrating, and, you know, and I know that they're going into a new building.
Renee's supposed to talk about this.
Oh, that's for customer service, the next level is they have come to their end. So they're going to a new building, and hopefully within, next month, 2 months.
Hopefully we won't have to worry about it anymore.
Something we're going to talk about now is reports, making sure that you understand this. Once again, in the beginning, I had no idea. So Renee's going to talk to you a little bit about some of the reports.
When I first started Plexus, just like you, all this is so overwhelming. The only thing that I really wanted to know is how's my order gonna get shipped to me? How much do I gotta pay each month? You know, and all that. And then when you start selling, you're like, where do I go to look for my money? You go to reports. Reports is awesome. If you get time, take the time to overlook it, check it out. There's adjustment reports. This is when somebody in your downline gets out and then everybody jumps up. Your adjustment report will be in there. So, and that's it right there. Yeah. So, and if anything has to be adjusted, it'll happen even on a weekly check, it will happen on your monthly check. Customers reports, this is pretty cool. This shows every single customer that you've had. You can go in here and you can see if they're preferred, if they're retailed, you can see their email, you can get if they're active or inactive. If you click right here, you can see what they ordered. And what I do when I get a new customer, did you see where it went, Chris?
Other side.
Right here on the order number, Chris?
No. All right.
Yeah, click on that, and then you'll get their order detail. When I get a new customer, I send them a letter, a personal letter. You can do it however you want to do it. I don't feel like email works. And then I tell them, thank you for ordering, da 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 da. I see that you ordered, da 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 da. And, you know, and I just tell them that. So that's what I do. That's how you can tell. You also get their address and info.
What is that?
You just fill it in. You know, you're thinking it.
I missed that project.
And I encourage you to go to your upline and say, what do you send people? Could you send that to me?
Yes.
And so that you could use that too.
I've got it posted on my page, what I send to my customers, what I send to my ambassadors, so it's good. And then I would like to ask Kelly to post what she sends about the auto qualification on Skinny Minnie's page, because I need that. And I'm sure everybody else would like to have that. Okay,
How long after a customer order will it actually show up on this page?
you can, the awesome thing, Chris, show them how they can go back and look at their customer orders all the time. See where it says that, end of process, what is that? End of the cycle, you can change this current, you can go to every single month that's previous, or that past, go to customers. Is that what you're talking about?
We got a customer report?
Yeah.
She wanted to know how soon a customer pops up there. Is that what you're?
It's immediately.
It should be immediately, and they stay in there at the whole time. I'll tell you one thing that I did do, I went back, I had a lot of inactive customers, so when we got the catalogs, really good idea, go back and get their addresses like I just showed you, and mail them the catalog. They don't know other products that we have, they only know what they
And those
ordered.
catalogs are 50 cents.
Yeah, they average 80 cents with shipping.
But these are wonderful. If you don't have these products, and we'll talk about it, but this is, wow, is that beautiful, professional magazine catalog.
Yeah. And then the next thing is financials. Financials. You click on, are you trying to click it?
I'm not gonna click on that one today.
You can click it.
No.
I'm trying to hurry up, Chris.
Just a paycheck.
You're not gonna do financials? Okay, well, financials, you go into financials and you see what you get weekly and what you get monthly. And you can change the EOP cycle. And then orders report, that's the same thing as kind of like customer reports, but it breaks down your orders versus the customers, so you can see both.
That's what you see on TV, okay?
Okay.
You have a choice for weekly or monthly, and remember, you get paid on the 15th. So I've had a lot of my ambassadors go, well, it's like the first, I don't have any money. It's like, so it's the 15th, you won't see it till the
Yeah.
15th.
Payouts is the same thing as kind of seeing what you've been paid. Sales by product report is pretty cool. I don't know if Chris will click on it. I understand why it's not. This just kind of breaks it down with how many, like, this is the breast creams, how many total breast creams they've sold is 2. So it breaks it down so far for, as long as they've been an ambassador, that's how many they've sold. So it breaks it down, it's really cool. You can see what you're selling the most of. So, it's kind of what it is. You don't ever have to change the date. I don't change the date. Ambassador genealogy reports, this is the main thing that you really need to go into. And go to your sponsor downline to see who's all signed up underneath you and who all they have signed up underneath them. And like we said, change the number to 7. You get paid for 7 levels down, point-wise, pay point-wise. Yeah, I was going to do that too. And then that's what it is. Blue means they're active. Green means they just signed up. And white, like we said, means they're inactive, they're out, or they're either having trouble this month and they wanted to turn off, and like that.
Say that again, please, a little slower.
Okay.
Blue is active.
Blue is active. Green means they just signed up. And the white and the gray just means they're inactive, they turned off, some kind of hiccup with their credit card. It could be several different things.
That's the main report though, the genealogy report.
And you'll go there and look at it, and as you have questions, ask your upline. And so that you get ambassadors, you can answer those questions. But a lot of things are going to make sense to you as your business goes on. Study them, and as you have questions, ask your upline.
Year-to-date totals is exactly what it is. I know you didn't know that. And then where did you go, Chris?
Points per leg.
Points
That's
per
a
leg.
good one.
This is really good because once you start going up in your rank, you got to know your points or your rank points outside your main leg. You have a main leg, which I'm going to assume Jenny Norman is the main leg because there's more points right here, and that's 1307. So these are the outside points. So when they change the compensation plan for ranking, they changed it where you had to have more outside points of your main leg to rank up. And I believe it's what, 375 for Emerald?
It is 750, or no?
Yes, it's
375,
375.
750 Sapphire.
When you talk about legs, are you talking about level 1?
This is all your level ones. This is all their level ones. But each level 1 you have is considered a leg. A person underneath you. So Sheila Gray, no matter how many people she has under, that's one of their legs.
And that's how many points he gets from Sheila Gray.
For Sheila's gray leg.
So your primary leg is the person that you got the most points from. So outside your primary leg would be adding up all the other points other than that top one.
And that's
Does
how
that make sense?
And if you want to rank, you've got to have that many outside.
But it's okay. If you don't understand it all, that's okay. So you might just draw a note out that you want to understand more about that.
That's not worried about.
It's
When
nothing
you
to worry about.
first start, that is something that I do look at now.
Right. But the awesome thing about Plexus, it don't matter. Honestly, it does if you want to rank that, but it doesn't matter how many points you have on your outside legs. You're getting paid for every single point. Love that.
Y'all use points per level?
I don't, but
See, I do. And the only reason I do is because I look to see who is qualified.
oh yeah. This is points per level.
That's everybody that's qualified underneath.
And if you'll see that it breaks it down by level 1, and then it goes 2, and if he scrolls down, you'll see the 3s, and then he sees who's all got the 5 points. That's awesome. Check that out. That is awesome. So that's how many, that have qualified. So that's really cool. Like Chris just said, that's really cool. I just realized what you're saying. He's going there to see who's qualified and who doesn't, and then if he needs to talk to somebody or call somebody and say, hey, do to get you qualified.
Qualified meaning.
You've sold $100, or you bought $100, or you bought 50 and you sold 50, you get your.
For the month.
For the month, and they got, that resets each month, they have to hit that 100 each month.
That's the last one. That's the new one.
Yes, this is the same thing as the backup order, correct?
This basically just tells you if you're on.
Yep.
Oh, that's a great way to, people are asking.
Yeah.
So, and the reports,
You know, the last one?
Yeah, it's the
Way
last,
to make sure you're on.
right
that's
there.
great, that's pretty easy to see.
And that's new,
And
I just
also,
added
when
that.
you go into your orders, I think that you see that too.
So if a person is confused whether they're on or off, you can tell them to go to this and it tells them.
Under reports and qualifications.
Okay. That's all reports, I think.
So, tell me about that.
Okay.
Direct deposit, maybe?
Too much.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Facebook pages. And this was huge for me. I know that I spent most of my time going through the Facebook pages I was added to. Something that you need to go to a lot is Plexus testimonials only. I'm sure you guys do that. That's a great place to get your testimonies to post on your website. So every day I go to Plexus testimonials only, and I see a testimony that I like, and I copy and paste it over to my page, and I share it with all my friends. Now, does everybody know how to use the search? Because that's huge with the magnifying glass. So does anybody not know how to use the magnifying glass? Because we need to talk about that if you don't.
Where, what are you talking
Go to
about?
Plexus
Which one?
testimonials only, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is really, really, really important. Okay, so you're going to see that magnifying glass. Click on that. Okay, so somebody calls me and they said, my thyroid doesn't work. Can Plexus help me? So instead of having to go post and ask somebody, does Plexus help thyroids? Because everybody is so busy. Your upline wants to help you, but please take this step first and stick thyroid in there. I think it's spelled wrong.
Yep.
I'm not a good speller, so.
T-H-Y.
T-H, yeah. No. Try it again. T-H-Y.
R-O-I-D.
Oh, I should have picked something easy. Sorry, Chris. Okay, so we're going to click that on thyroid. Oh my gosh, everybody's testimony that had the word thyroid in it or any comments pops up. So you can click on those and just start your own research and you start reading of what it said in other people's lives. On these testimonials, the comments are priceless. So you want to read the testimony and then you want to read the comments. And after you read through several of those, you're a little bit more educated. And you can call your prospect back, your potential customer, and say, you know what? I've been reading and it has helped this. And usually they'll put what they're taking down there or somebody will ask them and you'll be able to help them that way. Now, if you go to these pages and cannot find what you're looking for, then I suggest you to get help from your upline. But that is huge right there, to be able to see what's going on in people's lives. And so I go here, let's just go to, scroll down a little bit. So I like this testimony. If you're on your computer, now somebody may do it easier than I do, but I save this to my computer and I copy and paste that. And then I go to my Facebook and I'll put the picture there and then I'll paste the words. And then I always at the end of it put my website. Now, if you're on a phone, and you're going to have a hard time with this, if you're on an iPhone, in the apps is where you save the picture. Through Safari, through the internet, is where you go and get the words and copy and paste them. So you have to go back and forth.
Okay, first you're on here, you like this testimony.
Uh-huh.
Do you have to highlight it to save it to your computer?
Okay, you're going to click on her picture. And so then what I'm going to do is right click, and I'm going to, whoa,
Now go back, Chris.
no,
Click off. Now go again. If you're right there. Say picture as.
yes, there we go. Save picture as, and I usually save it as her name. So I'll put Ashley, and then I'll go back after I save it in my computer. and then I'll copy and paste the words.
And it's saved to your documents, right?
Yeah, whatever you save it to.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'll right click on that, copy, and then he'll go and he's gonna post the testimony to his page.
No, wait. So you go, you take that copy and you click on the page you want
That's a
to
really
go
nice
on.
picture of you, by the way, Chris.
It is, isn't it? I took that yesterday.
So he pasted it, the words right here, and then he's gonna go find the photo. Click there for the
And
photo.
that's over on one of the groups that he pasted it on? Where did he paste it?
On his page.
On his personal page?
Yes, yeah.
So are you putting it on your
Personal
home
Facebook
page
page.
or your profile page?
Okay, that's a good question. You need a page. You need to be posting all your testimonies on your page. Make you a page. It is against Facebook rules, really, to you to do business on your, what do you call that?
Your profile?
Your profile or.
Okay, so you have to set up, how do you set up a page?
Oh, that, it's,
So you can post it.
Okay,
You
so-
can
so-
put your own testimony on. Chris can show you.
sure. And so we're running out of time because that's a lot of information there that you need to get help. And it's really not a big deal. You can go to Google and do create a Facebook page. So, okay. So Facebook groups, make sure you're added to all the Facebook groups. If you're not, ask your upline to add you. The compliance page, the skinny minis, the testimonial site. What's another one? Swag, there you go. So you need to be added to several Facebook groups. If you're not, ask your upline to add you. When you sign somebody up, one of the first things you're going to do is go add them to these groups. Add your ambassadors to the groups.
Can you do that by clicking on the group and then add?
Yeah, it's really, yeah, there's, when you go to a group, there's a deal over here that says add a friend to this group. So now, the next point that we want to make, so that was our Facebook part of the meeting right here. He's going to add a member, see?
Okay.
Right there. Is when you sign somebody up, your first objective is to get them to equip them with some customers and help them get to silver. Because if we are helping our ambassador, and that's not by putting people underneath them, but it's by equipping them. You have got to decide, I'm going to be a leader and I'm going to take whatever it takes to be a leader. If you don't feel like you're a natural born leader, then get you some books. Because if you want to be successful in this business, you're going to have to step up and be a leader. And so you're going to help equip your people to get to silver. How's that going to happen? Well, first of all, we got to get them some customers, right? I tell all of my people 50 names of people that you want to contact. I want you to write that down. I want you to email them, text them, inbox them. And I have what I sent people, I share it with them if they want to use it, and let them know, hey, I'm in Plexus now, and all of that information. So 50 people, send them information. Are you posting testimonies every single day? And really, one testimony a day is not enough, because you're only reaching the people that are on then. If you want to be successful in this business, then you need to be having 3 or 4 testimonies a day on your Facebook page.
In your own personal testimony, if you have one.
Yes, and I'm glad she said that. Your testimony is huge. We finally convinced so many of our people, pick your testimony. And the day they put their personal testimony on there, before and after picture, their Facebook blew up. Their business, that was the day that their business just blew up. So personal testimonies, and then along with the other testimonies, and or you contact 50 people, and you contact them, and then what else is there? Oh, a tasting party. And so as soon as you sign an ambassador up, one of the first things you want to do is like, all right, let's have a tasting party at your place. Invite your friends and your family. I'll come over and I'll share the product with them. They can taste it. That is huge, absolutely huge. If you can have a tasting party and help them they're going to get a customer.
They're going to get to silver.
They're going to get to silver also, because happy customers make great ambassadors, and they're going to get some customers, or they're going to get some people that, as you share the products and the compensation plan, they're like, wait, I just want to be a part of this. And they'll start off right then. So those things right there, get your people to silver, and then train them to go get